Hi heathens! Today's video is going to be inspired by my dress. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but if you head over to my TikTok, or I'll try to put in a little video or image, either after this clip or somewhere on the screen. It makes me feel so many types of ways. First off, I think it's adorable. I feel like a lady from the Victorian era who's going to the library. So we're gonna channel our garden library vibes here and go for a green, glam, whimsical kind of look. And I've picked out a few of the items that I want to use, but the rest I'm just going to kind of pick as I go. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using, I am going to use an eye primer, which is my Alamar Pero Primero primer. And the palette, I'm sorry, it is not available anymore, but I'm sure you can find it at on Mercari or something like that, because a lot of people got it. I'm sure not everyone's keeping it. This is the Michaela X Glam Light Pot 2, and it was the blue, green, purple palette. It's so dreamy, so dreamy. And I'm going to focus, of course, on the blues, I'm going to focus on the greens, because that's the color of grass in my dress. And we're just going to kind of roll with the flow, like I said, with the rest of it, and just see where the vibe takes me. Because I have a general idea, but I want... instinct's not the right word. I just want to be... I don't know. You know what I mean? I was hit with a very hard series of emotions when I came home, and I almost didn't film. So if I do seem a little out of it, I'm sorry, that's why. Because it's just one of those, on the forefront of my mind things, and I can't push it away. But that will be a story for later, because it's just a timing thing. I can't talk about it right meow, but I will fill you all in at some point. I may not remember to specifically say this is the moment I was referencing in that one video, but if y'all are people who are going to follow along or have followed along, in which case, thank you, you'll eventually, I'm sure, put two and two together there. Alright, so in the Michaela palette, I am going to start with this color, 13, and then probably with the same brush, go into Bro, which is the most normal green, the color you think when someone says green, or at least I would guess. That's the color I think when someone says green. What color do you think when someone says green? Is it a very specific shade of green? Because for me it's just that, see, I keep wanting to say generic, but I feel like it's the classic green. I'm just going to take this first shade and use it as a setting, essentially setting powder for the primer. I haven't patted any off. I'm just gently tapping into the pan and then going on the eye. Because of this brush size, it is going a little on the nose, but that's okay. I am tapping a little bit off that side because that one picked up way more. Oh, I also have something coming up that I will be making a little mini video about, like TikTok or Instagram Reels or Shorts or whichever it is. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, Instagram Stories. I don't know. Whatever. It will be short form video of something that I am very, very excited about. And I think a lot of you guys will be too. It's a very interesting product. Alright, it is going to be the same brush. And I'm now tapping into Bro. I am going to tap off that. And then take this also kind of more or less all over the lid. I want to make this a very like soft look, so I'm trying to make sure everything is like really well blended, and like, not that I don't want that for all of my looks, but especially for this one, making sure the edges are soft. And using this like darker brown is going to be very, very scary. Brown, green. Why can't I get my colors right today? What was I thinking when I said brown? Do I want to add brown? Maybe I put brown on the lower lash. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try something. Am I going to mess this up? Maybe. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's my brain telling me this is what I need to do. I'm going to take a like flat brush, this, and tap into Beauty Kills, which is like a very deep, deep olive green. It's not brown, but it's like one of the deepest greens in the palette. And I'm going to gently okay, yeah, I like that. Still doesn't really explain why I said brown, but here we are. I have a problem with words, especially after work, because I spend all day on the phone, and so I feel like by the time I get home, my brain's just like, I don't want to say any more words, so we're not going to put much effort into figuring out what the words are that you want to come out of your mouth. And I know I'm not alone in that. And so those are some of the videos that crack me up the most. Like, will have me literally rolling laughing are people that either like flub their words or sentences, or I know that typos can be faked, but some typo ones get me, or like misspellings on like store signs and stuff. Oh my gosh. Don't know why, but it just, I will cry laughing so hard. Okay, I'm going to take a very, very tiny brush, and let's see, a little bit of kickback in this palette. I'm going to tap into, you know what, I'm going to tap into Beauty Kills, and that way it kind of matches the underside. I'm going to get about yay much. And what I'm going to do is take it, start it right here, and just ever so gently go up into my crease and apparently give myself fallout. Excuse you. Who told you you could do that? Because I did not. And then, same thing on the other eye. I'm just going to put it right here. And then up into the crease. I know that is making it a teeny bit sharper of a look, but I think it still works. Yeah. Put this away. Now for my shimmer, I'm a little torn, but, cause see, I want to use Insane, but it looks a little funny to me, and tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm insane, if you will. Does that look a little strange to you? I don't know. I'm not saying like mold per se, but like maybe there's something in it that's not supposed to be. I don't know, it's just got a very strange look. So I'm going to go in with Grateful, which is this one. Just taking it on my finger. All of these shimmers are phenomenal, by the way. This is probably my favorite palette of Glamlight shimmers. Obviously, the whole palette is not shimmers, but just as a whole, out of all the ones that have shimmers, I think this one is probably my favorite. This is probably the palette that made me go like, I think I need their products. Like, a lot of them, for no reason. I mean, they're great, but you know what I mean. Like, do I actually need them? Obviously not. Do I want them? Obviously so. Okay. I'm going to come back to my inner corner because we're going to put on some foundation. Because like I said, I want everything to look nice and smooth. And right now I'm kind of okay as far as like breakouts and stuff go. But I definitely have very textured skin. So I want to kind of like hide some of that. And yeah, I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Full Coverage Mattifying Foundation in Fair Ivory. This is a brand that I think was severely underrated, and they don't sell a lot, like, anywhere near me anymore, and it's very disappointing, because especially their foundation products, for some reason, were really good. This one's also really thick, by the way. Very moussey, but thick. So, I probably don't need more than that. We will see if I wind up needing more, though. I'm going to leave it right in front of me just in case, and I'm going to try to get... Okay. So I'm just going to take my brush and pat first to get it kind of around on all the areas it needs to be, and then start actually blending it a little bit. This is a foundation that I normally would not set because it does dry down pretty well, but for the sake of this video and the like airbrushed vibe that I want this look to have, I will probably wind up setting it unless it has like fully dried down by the point that I get to setting powder, which I doubt will be the case. But you never know. I don't think it dries that fast. Like to a point where it would look as good as it would with powder. Because I feel like that just kind of blurs everything together a little bit extra. Of course it helps it stay if I were going outside in this insane heat. But usually when I use it, it's as much to just make my face look smoother and softer as it is to add longevity. I'm gonna do... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do bronzer. It is a bronzer. Like, I'm not quoting that. But it's a very fair bronzer. It's the J-Cat Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer in 101 Coconut Island. It's not, like, very bronzy, but that's good for me. So I'm going to take a rather large brush, kind of swirl around in here. Can you see the powder going everywhere? And then That way I can put the setting powder over this, and like if it completely covers it, I guess really oh well. But if it doesn't, then I'll have a nice wash of bronzer across the face. Just pulling all my hair. Alright, I need to put on mascara. I'm looking a little spooky. I'm just gonna grab whatever one I see first, because I can't see much. So, Tarte it is. This one pretty much stays on my desk, which is why I reach for it a lot. I know a lot of people don't like to do mascara before their setting spray, but I usually do. I've never had the setting spray ruin it, and maybe I've just gotten really, really lucky. I ruin my mascara more trying to put it on than setting. That's my washer. I am so sorry. Wow, that's really obnoxious. But I mess it up trying to put on my mascara more than a setting spray has ever messed up my mascara. Or even my eye makeup, for that matter. I'm gonna listen back to this and be like, holy crap, that washer machine's loud. Also, why didn't y'all tell me that the bottom of my nose right here is not fully blended? Betrayal. Okay, go back to my eye. Okay. Also, yes, I have old lipstick on. I literally cannot get it off. I meant to address that earlier in the video and completely forgot until just now, and I was like, they're gonna see that and be like, are you okay? Yes, I just can't get it off my face. Let's go in with, because these are very ethereal, that's the bronzer. This is the Palace Identity Blossom Blush in number 2, Hibiscus. These are so pretty. We're just gonna take a normal blush brush. I'm gonna use the mirror in here and just kind of tap all around. I'm getting some of that shimmer, but mostly just the pigment. It's very pigmented, but that's okay, because we want this one to be able to go around, because I'm bringing it a little bit lower than I normally would to give it like a full face flush. Need a little bit more on this side. Just a teeny bit. Okay. What do we think? How does that look? Get hair everywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and set my face and then do powder. Nope. Am I okay? Let's set my face and then I'll do highlighter. Setting the face is the powder. A little concerned. I'm gonna have Michael watch me for the night. Alright, I'm gonna just get some of this. This is the Mirabella Glow Powder. I'm gonna use a little bit of this first to go just under the eye, like not fully, but just to prevent that area from creasing up as much as possible, because I obviously didn't use concealer in this look, so I don't have like a full area to set under there, but still. I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier setting powder to set the rest of my face. Oh, there's none in the lid. Now there's some in the lid. And I'm just going to take a very large fluffy brush. I love this thing. And we're just going to around the whole face. Tap in more. Same thing. And then I will look at it and see if anything needs to be gone over again or blended out more or anything like that. Is this shiny? Celestial Light. Translucent loose setting powder light catcher. Can y'all see that? I didn't realize when I grabbed this powder that I was grabbing a setting powder highlighter, but that's what's on my face now, so we're going to roll with it. But in retrospect, I do remember that being shimmery. Alright. Alright. Let's grab... I want a... That'll work. I was going to say I want like a champagne or white highlighter. This is the Ofra and Madison Miller Moondance highlighter. Ofra highlighters are... I said I was going to set my face first, didn't I? Most Ofra highlighters are really, really good as far as like being able to blend and give the glow. It smells so good. Okay. I knew I felt a hair. I feel like freaking, what is it, Princess and the Pea? Okay. Just get a fluffy brush and sweep over. I still feel like there's a hair under this eye. Okay. Which side did I? Okay. Let's see. Very nice glow. But the edges where I put it blend out very smoothly. I never hear anyone talking about them ever since the controversy. Like, are they still coming out with new stuff? Because I don't even see them really advertised anywhere anymore. Which I'm sure is all intentional. Not necessarily from them, but still just kind of weird. Used to see them everywhere. We're going to go in with a Coca-Cola gloss from Glamlight. Okay, I'm going to pop in for a little bit more. I just want to build up the color a little. You're probably not going to be able to see it well on camera, but this gloss does have gold flecks in it. So, let me know. This is the look. Did I achieve what I was going for? I'm going to take my hair down. This is what we've got. I'll give you a close-up in a second. Let me know what y'all think down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.